Yeah, it was the best so far for audio.
Oh yeah. If not content, then certainly for audio.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to tangents. I'm Randy,
And I'm Aaron.
and there's no scheduled intro. Like last time, I just cussed you guys out. It's cool.
I don't think you cussed him out last time. It
Yes,
might
I
have been the time
did.
before.
No, I did.
You did?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your daily scheduled.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't see that as cussing them out. I
Well,
think you
it's
said you.
it's
I
it's
think if it was
practically.
well, I think if it was more aimed at them, then I'd say that that's cussing at them. But
Well,
we got to be mindful, man. I mean, they're poor virgin ears. I don't think they can handle the swearing.
mm-hmm. And also, my dad's watching now,
Oh, he is.
and you know how vulgar we get on here, ladies and
we.
gentlemen.
I would like to argue that I'm not as.
Yes,
I
as
keep us.
vulgar.
I keep us at least somewhat wholesome.
Even through all the cussing, there's still talk about love, life, and premarital handholding.
I don't know about that one. I think. Well, actually, you're right. Never mind. I kind of spar those conversations onward. Oh no, what have I done? How can I face my family? I'm
All right,
talking about.
heretic, time to die.
I'll make you're gonna make
Anyway,
me
so
taste steel like I did earlier.
to begin this episode, I'm gonna go ahead and look at something.
PC parts list, specifically the one that I'm doing.
Yes. Aaron here's. I almost said my own name. Aaron here is building a computer, and if he decides to clip this into the podcast, this is it.
Of course, I'm going to put it in the podcast.
Let's see.
I wouldn't have gone through the trouble of.
You got the 3600.
What?
You could save money and overclock and use the same cooler.
What do you mean? What would be a better option?
Just the 3600.
Okay, so I looked it up, and it's on PC Part Picker. It lists it as $189, and I was like, it's a $20 difference.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I mean,
I'm one of very few people who are comfortable with like prying at things like that.
Yeah.
And that's how I aim to save my money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yes, 16 gigs. And then we have, and then we have that and that.
Okay, I think we can see where I decided to splurge.
Yes.
I feel like that's where you might have you might do a bit of a double take is the 2070 Super, but I was like, you know what? I was like, this is a good idea, but Scott was
Oh my goodness.
yeah, Scott was not impressed because he only has a 2060 and he was like, "Are you just doing this to flex on me?"
And then you went, "Yes,
I am."
It's a little bit of a waste, but whatever.
How is it a little bit of a waste?
It's because the 3600X it also caps out at the 2080 Ti. The Super is dangerously close, so there's not much more of an upgrade path with 3600X.
I see. Well, I mean, my intention was just to have this build last me for a while.
That's what everyone's intentions are. Except for me because I'm frugal.
Oh. Well, you got to speak up now. I don't know if they heard that last part.
Well, what I said was, except for me, because I'm frugal.
Frodo.
I like building computers for $300 every 2 years.
Well, I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with a budget build. I think it would be fun.
But I think 300 is a little bit anemic.
That's the bottom of the barrel.
You have to start getting used parts to get any performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, and there's his power supply. Kind of okay. Fully modular.
I had to go fully modular.
Only 75 hertz. Well, whatever. It's cheap.
I mean, it's the same one that Scott has, and my intention is what I'm going to do is since the one that I currently have, since you all can't see this, the one that I currently have is not VESA mountable. So, but lucky for me, the stand comes off of it, and I can you can just get VESA mounts that basically hook onto it, and I'm just going to have the dual mount because as Scott pointed out to me, I don't have enough desk revenue to quite support the basic dual monitor setup as I had hoped. I would have to put it would be very less than optimal. It probably it's still likely going to be cramped, but at least it will be marginally less cramped this way.
It'd be funny if you clipped it onto your existing laptop like a mic.
Oh no, that would sort of be funny.
It'd be
Oh
terrible.
man, dude, can you imagine if Tangents got big enough for us to have our own recording studio and we just have a couch that we sit on to do the podcast? That would be
And we have like an array of boom mics. But then you guys who don't have 12 channel, you can appreciate it.
we come crawling to the line. It's like, teach us your ways, oh multi-channel master.
And he says, "All right, first you need red cameras. Cough up 100,000."
Oh, and don't forget about the water cooling while we're at it.
That madman.
I really love
actually
that.
got it to work.
Oh yeah, what didn't you water cool an SSD?
Yes, he's water cooled everything,
Water cool.
even the RAM.
Wait, water cools the power supply?
I have a feeling he would have done something like that,
Mm-hmm.
or bursted a power supply trying.
I'm going to grab myself my bottle of water that's just over yonder. Sustenance. I don't know if I heard that. Sustenance.
Sustenance.
You have to stay properly hydrated, no matter what.
Or else you die.
Yes, after all, if you don't drink, you die. Drink
Sometimes
whatever
I want the recording to track the mouse going crazy. I'm
Mhm.
using the leg pad, as I call it.
Yeah, this boy, he's using the mouse on his leg because, as mentioned before, no desk revenue, really.
Yeah, I'd have to use his iPad.
Now, something I thought about doing is, since you see how on my desk I have a wooden, basically, tabletop that gives some length off to the sides and the front. And what I was thinking about doing is, you see this, it has a cutout in it.
Right.
I'm describing for the folks at home, but it has a cutout in it. And essentially, that we still have that cutout. And what I was thinking about doing is raising up the desk and making it to where I essentially have a keyboard tray. And I can just pull it out and I have more desk revenue immediately. And that would be helpful for the monitor mounting.
Speaking of editing your desk,
Mhm.
I ended up doing a kind of a redneck solution to like a platform for what my first build will be. I have a very fancy desk at home. It has a rollout keyboard. It has lots of space. A platform for a desktop tower.
That
You know what I
does
did?
sound very fancy.
You know what I did? It's a good little part. Of course, it's fancy. Why else would we have picked it up?
Yeah, you're right.
I mounted the keyboard, the keyboard tray sideways. Guess what I'm going to do with that? I'll give you 3 seconds. And also, I'll give you 3 guesses. First 2 don't. I'm building a computer into the desk, if and when I get the money to do so.
So that sounds like, honestly, a beautiful doing.
Of course it does.
Also, I fear that that's going to become our thing, just saying that everything is a beautiful doing. Do you think we're going to regret it?
No.
All right.
Unless we just stop saying, and there's like, where's the beautiful doing? I want to love Moriocho.
Mori, 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 Moriocho Radio.
We love Moriocho. We're going to do that every episode now. Get ready.
Yeah, I can't wait for David Production to beat us to death with copyright infringement the second.
And then we yell at them that we're not making money, therefore it's fair use.
Yeah, but the only issue is when we do start making money.
What are you talking about, when? You think we'll get that many viewers?
Listen, I'm serious. Listen, Randy, I am serious about us doing sponsorship percent for the speedrunning podcast. I believe it can happen. We have, listen, look at these. Hold on a minute. Wait, pull it up on yours. Pull up the numbers.
Pull up what numbers?
The numbers, Randy. What do they mean? Oh, now that's a shame. Looks like we're going to have to take a moment or two to
All right, now we just need the static.
Well, you see, the beautiful thing is I can just edit this out.
No, we need the static because we're about to pull it up, and then it's like, oh no, there's a problem.
Oh, come on.
Please help me. Let's get that good as
Wow, that was easy.
I know, right?
Well, I'm obviously going. Well, they can't see the next part. Well, okay, they could actually figure out this next part. What is my password? What is the password to this?
It's a big mouth beats.
part did I not? Oh, I have to cut it out. Okay, I'm just going to have to try it either multiple times or here's to believing. The belief was misplaced. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, I'll get it eventually. Frick. Please don't. If it actually does do it, that time.
When interneting. Looks off into the distance. What are you? What are you? The villain
Okay,
in
hold on a minute.
glasses?
The villain in glasses. The beautiful thing about that is, I do wear glasses. I could do the funny man thing. Shiro, eh?
Well, everyone just calls him Shiro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. They don't use his full avatar name because it's harder to say.
Yeah.
Shiro who?
I can't believe it's not hentai.
I can't believe it's not Akatsuki Lutz.
Calm down, it's just a drawing.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
Well, that's just a drawing.
Whoa there, young Midoriya.
Young Midoriya.
Midoriya Shonen.
I'm trying to remember. When did we make the podcast?
I don't know.
The numbers, what do they mean? We may just be SOL.
You know when we made the podcast? I got it.
Well, okay.
The plan is proceeding. Okay. I know when we made the podcast. Last month.
April?
It's almost been a month, guys. Amazing.
Well, actually, this is episode 4, so actually, like, a little over a month, because there was that week that we just died. But, okay, I think I may know what it is. I'm probably wrong, but, here's to hoping.
We just kind of shindled. It was a phrase.
I think it's this. I'm so worthy. Not now. We did it. I did it.
Add a home address.
All right, we did it. We're
now go to YouTube and it just erases it. It says King of Crimson has erased it.
Yeah. Oh wait, no.
King
I'm gonna
of
have
Crimson.
to. Okay, so the way that YouTube works, I'm gonna have to switch because it's just automatically yours. So yeah, I gotta swim.
Swim.
I mean, I could look at what videos you have saved and see what you've been looking at, son. Oh wait, I clicked the wrong one. That's beautiful of me. That's wonderful.
Ah!
Okay, I guess you're.
Randy. Click away.
Well, we're very lucky that you're just listed as Randy of Tangents. I love that. That's beautiful.
I changed it.
I mean, if it was my account, we'd kind of be SOL because it just got my name.
By the way, that's middle school me.
I can get that. I can handle that. Don't worry about it. Daijo. Anyway, look at these numbers.
Daijo
Randy, I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you now, but
we broke 15.
No, I can't read. What does he say? The numbers, Randy. What do they mean? No, I'm kidding. I'm actually thankful. I think that this is in large part to our mutual friend who helped us out with this, and thank you to that mutual friend.
Oh yeah, that's right. Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, Merriam-Webster.
I came up with that nickname.
Yeah, she's very likely listening to this like, dang it. They mentioned me. The jig is up.
Gotcha.
Oh, language. Your father is watching this now. Your father is watching the case.
Yeah, he wouldn't like me using the Lord's name in vain like that.
I don't like you using the Lord's name in vain like that. Your mother and I are worried about you.
Your mother and I are separating.
Your mother and I are separating. Yes. Marital jokes.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that. But still, funny aside, these views, very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. And we're appreciative. At least I'm appreciative.
Mm-hmm. I am too. It's great.
I mean, it's more than I honestly thought we'd have. I thought we'd kind of be sitting at, we'd be remaining stagnant at kind of the bone bottom for a little while, which is as
But now,
expected.
now it's growth.
I mean, yeah,
It's not very fast because we haven't really, bought attention. But it's
the
growth.
YouTube algorithm is a bit too busy simping for other channels, but
It's a bit too busy simping for Jake Paul.
yeah,
They're still getting several millions of views.
Yeah.
And it's not even a matter of their videos being good. It's a matter of everyone watching it so they know how trash it is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is that the reason...
And children.
Well, yeah, children who don't know any better, and just people who love drama and love to hate on things. I think,
of course,
but also, and I mean, let's both be frank here. The Paul brothers, they're legitimately easy targets, and that's their intention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because otherwise they wouldn't get any attention.
There are definitely people who believe that all press is good press, even bad press.
Yes, and to an extent, that's especially if you have a sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
That people are going to do this too. You can't really hear that. However, I'm repeatedly I'm super tapping the right button. Just skip about 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's just quickly get through this.
Hey, you want to see an anime OP skip?
I wish that I had more time to edit, or else I would totally actually put in a really shortened anime opening that's been skipped. That would be funny.
King the Cringe.
Nah, that's erasing time.
Has already leapt past it.
I erased time and already have leapt past.
King Crimson has already.
How does that sound?
Past it. I've heard bits and pieces. It's nothing to scoff at, but it's nothing to praise either. Well, it's just.
I know that
it's just not garbage. It's like the rest of the parts.
Mm-hmm. I got you. I know that the Doppio dub is actually golden. Oh, yeah? Have you heard it? No. I mean, well.
Is it a golden time?
I'm going to pause the podcast while I shoot Randy.
Yes, he's going to beat me to death now. Son, I see you've been practicing heresy. No, father, I have...
Oh, no. Well, we're at YouTube, so, hey, they get to see us actually search for something on our channel. I don't think either of us have done that. So, Doppio dub. Videos 0.
Yes.
Oh, am I actually searching my own video?
Yes, we're searching our own video.
Why is that here? Do they actually think that YouTube...
Oh, yeah. Search across your channel.
That's not there. It's just not there. On YouTube. Anyway, it's fine, okay? Look at this. Okay, it's not here, but there's supposed to be a subscribe button. Do us a favor and click that subscribe button.
You've got this, Chief.
While you're at it, ring-a-ding-ding that bell.
Actually, we don't care. This is already fun, whether no one watches it or not.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just... People are just beholding our conversations and experiencing. Honestly,
it's like they're right here with us.
What was I looking up?
Linus Bottleneck.
I don't know why that's there. What are we doing today?
You were looking something up. The Doppio dub.
Oh yes, Doppio. My sweet little Doppio. Yeah, that just sounds creepy. Wait, what did I do?
You hit print screen.
How do I? Ah, very nice.
Dopco. Dop it.
Dovo. Okay, it's fine. Okay, wait, hold on a minute. It's occurred to me. It's probably a good idea if we unmute this. Let's just I think that's about good. There we go. Now we begin. This should work. I watched it. Is our audio up, or are they just going to only be hearing it?
Good grammar and spelling are important.
Good grief.
But if you want to write
Yada doesn't. Yada
it's kind of loud. I'm going to. It don't need to be that loud.
Come on, Funimation. Don't beat us to death like this. That just looks like something we'll do.
It's not It's not. It's just somebody else.
Yeah, I know.
That is so true. Aren't all of us just looking for someone who's important to us? We're
Really good.
desperate for the perfect partner or faultless friend. Leave me the hell alone! Don't you dare touch me! So what if
Oh my god. It's
Well,
perfect.
I mean, yeah.
you could predict the future?
That ability will be useless to you once you're dead.
But I mean, it's just really good. This is the guy that uploaded it, so I'm
Yes.
don't beat us to death.
Yes. Okay, YRGVHD, please don't hit us with a copyright strike because we're giving you money because we're assuming that you have ads on your videos to make it. Edgy douche.
Yeah, but this is the perfect description. Japanese voice actor, basically speaking perfect English. It's wonderful. We can minimize this, I think. I don't know what got us on that, but I mean, yes, Doppio dub, good.
Yeah, I think we were talking about JoJo dub.
Oh yeah,
for part 5.
we hopped on.
And that, yeah, it's some actors are really good at their parts and others are not.
Like the Zenitsu dub, that is really good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh yeah,
it's so spot on.
The screaming, the panic in his voice, the utmost fear for his life.
They did not pull a hobo off the road at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or a homo.
Oh.
I'm like so scared of the monsters, guys.
You almost sound like you're about to ask, would you have a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
Well, you already know the answer to that. A kilogram of steel. Because steel is heavier than feathers. What? What? No, but steel is heavier than feathers.
Oh, no, it's okay. Listen, they're both the same.
But steel is heavier than feathers.
No, it's okay.
They're both a kilogram.
Yeah, they're both a kilogram, mate. But steel is heavier than feathers.
And they put it on a scale and he's just having a mental breakdown.
It's legitimately, Doppio stopped. That's Doppio. He stopped working. Boss?
He gets...
Mm-hmm.
Boss? Doppio.
His death just kind of made me sad, to be frank.
Yeah, he was just some poor guy that can't, what is it? Diavolo literally just invaded. By the way, I don't know if you realize this, but if you've watched this far from episode 1, be prepared for a lot of spoilers, specifically from JoJo.
So they kind of tend to come out of left field. We like to keep you on your toes, but also we sometimes, meaning me, we forget. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's just sometimes, we were doing something and then we hear King of Crimson, and then we just, it skipped us to the next few seconds, and we're like, what were we doing again?
It skips us to the next conversation, but yeah, spoilers again. I don't know, his last lines are talking about how he's really lonely and he just wants the boss to call him one more time. That just it made me sad upon a rewatch.
It just breaks your bones.
Yeah, because in the end, he was just somebody, he was just a boy.
Yeah,
he really was just a boy.
Ah!
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
That's like when Star Platinum screams at the top of its lungs after it beats the bones out of Endul.
Turns around. I just love the quick swivel that he does, I think. Oh wait, no, he just disappeared straight up.
Yeah, he goes...
Actually, fun fact, screaming itself out of existence is the exact opposite way that Randy gets himself to my house. He typically gives me like a 5-second notice, and then all of a sudden he screams himself into existence in my room. It's kind of frightening.
Yes, I say, ah! And
there was one time I was brushing my teeth, and he happened to just randomly appear there.
Yep, it's my power. I use it to spy on their household.
I did not manage to find...
Well, good thing it's just a pin.
Yeah, I did not manage to find the, like, segment where it's, where I edited in, Randy!
Is it for episode 2?
Yeah, but I just didn't.
Okay, well, I'm going to be frank. I plan on watching it. So
I'm going to be frank. I didn't actually quite check. I mean, in episode 3, I really wanted to find the just when we were doing the Kecker cringe, or sorry, cringe or binge. Wait, not cringe or binge. Kecker sauce or lost. That's the segment. Then when we were doing that segment, that little bit, and you did the thing.
The ting.
Yeah, the ding.
Like saying the Aaron household.
No, more or less the big. That part of the bit. After we see what the sauce that Arthur has.
Big titties. Fat ass.
I wish I had a better laugh
It's
that didn't sound like
perfect.
something's actually dying. Oh wait, we
It's
got to check
okay.
and see.
I actually restrained myself a lot.
We've been recording for 26 minutes.
Ah, yes. Time flies whenever you're with friends.
Yeah, we habitually watch through or have to check and see just how far into the podcast we are. It's something we've done every episode, and I don't intend on stopping.
Yes, and even at episode 50, where we literally feel the time, we'll still check.
I feel the time pass by, each grain like a knife against my skin.
Wait, time didn't just pass now.
I don't know. I love how King Crimson, it's like, it skips time, and essentially you don't remember what happened, so you're going to use blood to tell that? Well, wouldn't a watch work? Huh? Wouldn't a watch work?
Well, it's more gritty, and they didn't have a watch.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they could have gotten one, to be frank. I mean,
They
let's be
didn't
honest.
actually know how to tell until they saw it.
Yeah, you're right.
They weren't really prepared. They were just thinking it was invincible. There was like no way to counteract it or anything. But then Polnareff was like, "Shing! Oh no, I'm bleeding." And then he's like, "Why'd you do that?" King of Crit. Wait a sec.
He's like, yes, I see. I get it. Wait, where'd he go? Oh yeah,
Polnareff in a wheelchair.
Wait, no. Bucciarati. Oh, I get how King Crimson. You died.
and then Diavolo's like, "You, Bucciarati, forgotten the lamb sauce. This is not a crime that I can simply forgive laying down."
How many weeks have you been on the Metallica fight? Be honest here.
A few. No, I'm just kidding. Like 2.
I see. I'll get to reading, boy.
Beating.
Reading.
Okay. Oh no, my co-host is lying in a pool of blood because I one-shot him. Aaron?
You just actually do knock me unconscious.
Not even unconscious. Your eyes were just open. You didn't even respond. You died on the spot.
You just have to continue the podcast without me.
You don't even get to give me your dying wish like I gave to you.
What was your dying wish again? I can't remember.
Finish the podcast.
Oh yeah, sorry. If I'm going to die on the podcast, I have to do it right. I wonder if they heard that. If I'm going to die on the podcast, I have to do it right. My final wish is, please find out if I'm Wyoming.
And you just disappear when you die. And I'm just like, wait, where am I? I'm in the middle of a forest. It's an abandoned household. Your entire family is Wyoming.
Oh, that's actually something that I worry about. Is that I'm just hallucinating right now?
Not even. Something I worry about is that you're just fake.
Oh, well, if I'm fake,
your
then
entire
that's a big
family's fake.
You're just straight up coming to some person's house.
No, I'm coming to an abandoned house and, just setting up here. And it's not actually your Wi-Fi, it's my hotspot.
Now, that'd be interesting. But being as I'm at least 8/10 certain that I'm here and a person and alive. I mean, I'm pinching myself and this hurts. I can feel my wrist popping as I rotate it. I think I'm not fake. But you see, my issue is I think that at the very least, I think that the people around me are real, but I worry that the setting of everything, or that the lens in which I view reality, I worry that it's not real. There could potentially have been an apocalypse or something like that went on, or we're currently in a dystopian society and the world has just kind of gone down the gutter.
And we're just kind of sitting in cryopods.
or more or less like, well, not that we're sitting in cryopods, but currently I'm just viewing things as fine, but in reality, like the windows are broken, but because my own my sanity just kind of crumbled to bits, and I just kind of have a falsified reality that I live in.
I see. It's like so part 4 spoilers. Here's Yoshikage Kira going "Atta!" in the middle of the pathway between the living and the dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "I won!" Because the way that he died in the show was too dramatic for him to remember.
Yeah.
He pulls out his watch. What? It's broken?
Oh, he actually did beat it and make me unable to read out of it ever again.
What?
Yeah, but legitimately though,
That's a fairly nice watch, but you won't ever have to use it anymore because I'll break it. Your face.
iconic. Love that. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I love how we went from like 2 episodes ago, we were just chilling. We were like, oh yeah, love and friendship leveling on the podcast. This one, hey, what if the reality that we're living in is just a falsified version meant to comfort us from the oncoming dystopian life that will inevitably kill us?
Well, you may as well level as much friendship with the fake people around you as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all probably dead, and, one more second is one more second.
Yeah. Your father listening to this? Kids, can you lighten up a little?
No, Dad, I can't. I can't lighten up.
Oh no. I cannot, I'm sorry. Get ready.
Sorry, I ran out of serotonin.
Give me your serotonin.
No! I don't even have any. You're just gonna steal my lungs.
Oh no. Just your lungs.
You literally
Give 'em.
motioned to steal my lungs. To donut me.
Posing aggressively on the podcast. Also, I'm thinking about getting a sailor hat. Like,
Nice.
the one that Gappy wears? I want that. Give me your hat.
Hit.
Kosaku Kawajiri, the second that he realizes that his son is left for school without his hat.
And he's like,
the way that you can get your voice up to such high pitches is astounding, honestly.
oh, that was almost my technique for screeching. Almost.
I see.
It's just a matter of switching modes,
Well, yeah, but I mean, well, actually, if I pull up my voice really high, I just sound like a cartoon character.
Uh-huh.
Gorge, I think Disney's going to beat us to death if they find out about this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Goofy. I think that we're in trouble. Yup.
Yeah.
They'll fucking do it again. Yup.
I love referencing other people's content and like skating the line of like what is and is not fair use. we said that on time together. That's wonderful.
Thanks.
I guess I just have to find it.
No! Now I have to do it alone! It's supposed to be conversational. What do? Pull up super chats? It's a pre-recorded video!
No, you're fine. I wasn't real to begin with.
I've just been talking to a tree. People watch the videos and they're like, what the fuck is this guy on?
What are these gentlemen on?
Gentleman? It's a gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm talking to a tree.
I was raising my hand up, but I accidentally bapped Randy's laptop.
He beat my laptop to death. It wasn't very cash money of him.
And I shook Nezuko-chan.
Yep, she's just sitting there.
I would like to.
She's distressed.
Honestly, I would really love to make like a mascot for the Tangents cast because that's the main thing it needs is a waifu. So ladies and gentlemen out there, and all you lovely people out there, get in the comment section below if anyone is actually willing to give us some details about the ideal waifu for you. Oh yeah, you want to know what I just remembered we didn't do?
What?
Make social media accounts.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to.
I mean, we could do that in the middle of the podcast if we felt like it, but
yeah, but it's time.
It's time.
It's
Well, I mean-
time for your bones to be broken.
We're only 35 minutes in. How's I mean, if you want to check and see if Phaedra is asking about
No,
whether the
he's
lamp
still asleep.
is burning low. I remember that. Yeah, straight up, just there was like a meme about a moth, about the moth.
Oh yes,
that was
lame.
Lamp brother. People who hated that meme are probably like sleeping in their office chairs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're just rolling in their graves because they died of unfunny.
What's the cringiest meme that you actually really liked?
The cringiest?
Mhm.
It has to be Beats by Dad.
Oh, but that one's funny.
It's cringe though.
Yeah, but then again, it's still kind of funny.
Well, that's why it's funny. It makes you
Yeah.
cringe in a way that makes you laugh.
You're just like,
It pushes laughs out of your diaphragm. It says,
you're just mimicking the way I laugh.
I wasn't mimicking
You
anything.
straight up mimic the way that I
Oh
laugh.
no!
That's what I do most of the time whenever I see something that's just that you hate to see. That's exactly how I laugh.
Ringa.
Episode 10 is when you just finally fly off the rails and like you stop testing the waters of how far you can insult me, and you just spend 30 minutes lambasting me, absolutely just charbroiling me.
No, I burn you to a crisp in
Mhm.
Russian.
Well, I'd have to. Well, in Russian. In Russian. You learn Russian specifically to roast me.
Yes, but I don't learn how to spell it because what's the fucking point? The fucking country itself doesn't know what its language is. You ever seen cursive Russian? It's literally impossible to discern.
We have a computer. Let's show them. We're not cavemen. We have technology.
Hold on, let me re-equip this to my arm.
Yeah, he has a mask affixed to his arm.
It's just
Typically, it's
cloth,
not-
so it doesn't prevent me from corona, but it does prevent me from, getting my cheeks clapped by CVS.
You step in without a mask on. Sir, please don't zip your pants.
Wait a sec, what?
Your cheeks clapped.
Here, let's just look at some images.
Oh, there it is.
Do you see this? That's
Yes.
Russian cursive. That's also Russian cursive. That's also Russian cursive.
That is scribbles on a page, Randy.
Look at how do you discern? How?
You don't. That's actually look kind of beautiful to look at.
Yeah, this isn't literally just squiggles.
Oh my word.
It's probably a different language. It can't be. My first stab at. Oh, okay, that's undeveloped Russian cursive.
Ah, yes. Perfectly. That is advanced Russian. Russian cursive.
Can you actually read Russian cursive?
No.
No.
That is the answer. Is no.
Yes, like they literally draw squiggly lines, and then people have to assume what it says.
My word. It's an entire country full of doctors.
Yes, that's it. That's why they were able to find any doctors in the movie The Death of Joseph Stalin after they killed them all.
Oh no. Oh man. I would love to go to Russia one day.
Yeah, it sounds
Tangents
fun.
in Russia.
Russian tangents.
The tangents that lead to Russia.
Ah, yes. Rumshim cursive. Acrylic cursive.
Acrylic. Oh yeah, by the way, this is
Acrylic.
the bit with love.
Cyrillic.
Tachiyomi, that's the manga app that I'm testing it. Did I? It just did, I guess. Anyway, it's the manga app that I'm testing out, and it's actually really, really nice. I actually quite like it.
This is actually beautiful writing.
Oh yeah, that actually is now that I look at that.
Yeah,
It's
it's
from a
not
first
even
grader.
it's not even the crappy adult Russian cursive, and then we have this.
Honestly,
That's from like the 1020s.
There's just something that's really nice to look at people's writing whenever they're first like writing out and they're following like a set template. Because although it is characteristic of, I have no idea. Ooh. Oh, you have a touch screen.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't really like touch screens on laptops. I
Why?
don't think that. I just think that it's not overly necessary. And like
yeah,
if I
hear
happen
that.
to slap my display or like do like I did then or like gesture, then it swipes or it does something that I don't want it to do.
Well, it's just as easy to get back.
But yeah, Xiaomi, I'm trying it out, and like it's pretty clean.
Well, yeah,
Like, look at this. This is the setup.
I think I like that.
Oh yeah, and it's really nice. Even though I can't include it because it's essentially it's
Pyramting.
yeah. Look it out. Well, I won't advise that you look it out on your own, but I will leave a link in the description. No, I won't. But yeah, it's actually really good.
Just look up Tachiyomi if you're curious, and if you
Yeah.
know how to spell that, that means you're weeb enough.
I don't think that it. I don't.
Who is that?
My father.
Father.
But essentially, the way that it works is pretty cool because you can go to browse. You add extensions to it from manga sources, even hentai. If that's your
EH.
hentai, if that's your sauce, even hentai.
Wait a sec. Henty.
Yeah,
Saying henty so we don't get
simply
banned.
hentai. And yeah, they have a whole bunch of basically a whole bunch of different flavors of manga distributors.
Mangacy.
My Henty Gallery, My Henty Comics, Henty,
My henty webtoons.
Pervaden.
Pervaden.
Yeah, essentially. But
Swords comics.
again, essentially, I mean, it's actually really clean, and you install the various extensions, and then you can hit updating it, and it just do. But currently, I'm looking through or reading through School Live through it, and that's essentially the trial run. And I think it's still loading, but Joe Jolien, check that out. Anyway, well, they can't see this, but take my word for it. It's so far is a very solid cringe. And my father has sent something to me with the intention of showing it to my co-host here, Randy. I'm assuming through iMessage because that's primarily what he works with his giant iPad. Alrighty. Well, it seems we have memes. It seems we have memes.
Memes.
The memes. Despite the fact the war in Vietnam had been over for at least 40 years, Bert Nerdy ambush unexpected.
The Los Angeles Park.
And 45 years later,
Bert still checks the trees for the Charlies. By the way, when I saw Steven, okay, it looked like Steven.
It's fun. Oh, I get it. I thought that was just you swearing because you made a goof. Actually, fun fact. Yeah, that's been an issue before in my life. Someone tried to write my name in cursive and they wrote the wrong letter for that particular name. It was unfortunate, but yeah, they were very awkwardly. I was a very pure tiny child, and I was like, "Why? What's the issue? I don't get it. Okay, I mean, you can do whatever, but it's okay. I mean, you just made a spelling error. It's okay." I was just a small child. I don't know what happened, but I mean, something happened between like 6th and like 7th grade that just greatly altered my path in life.
You said, "All right, I'm going to stop being good and Christian and be crusading and Christian."
Yes, I remember now. It happened in science class when one kid asked, "Do you swear?" No, I'm kidding.
And you said, "No, no, I do not. I did not do that."
Oh no, we don't need to sound like children.
Well, it's what we are at heart.
I see.
Why are you giving me them big old eyes?
I love that.
You just close them. You go,
Stop staring at me with them big old eyes. Eyes somehow just horizontally closed. That would actually be terrifying. I'd hate that. Because then, like, your
it's
eyelids,
like a fucking crocodile.
Yeah, but that would be actually awful. I would actually probably I would just.
It's either gators or crocodiles that close horizontally.
Oh, whose wallet is it? It's mine. I was just whose wallet? Oh yeah,
Ah, yes, you before hair.
yeah. I'm not
You
going
looked
back.
like a wannabe gangster.
No, I looked like I was high.
Well, that's exactly.
Mm-hmm. I see.
I see the diagnosis now, Mr. Aaron.
I diagnose you with
Dead. Dr. Pig here. I diagnose you with dead.
Dr. Pig here.
You have dead.
Yes, my tests have come back, and you have dead. All right, that's all. See you all next week. We just collectively remember, like, I feel like you and I are still lucky to be part of that generation who, like, everyone just had the same childhood.
Yes,
Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic.
Do we just go into it?
Yes.
I mean, it was good, to be fair.
Okay, I was about to say something, but I forgot. Hold on. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay. I still don't remember what I was gonna say because that was just a little bit of a bit, you know.
Yeah.
It was joke. It was the funny.
I
at least
kind of
to me.
figured. I kind of figured it wouldn't come back because you were devoting your 2 brain cells to that one bit.
No, my half brain cell.
Okay.
The half that's still alive.
You see, I was worried I was insulting you by telling you that you had two brain cells. And I see that that's a
why I
compliment.
share it with the rest of the group because I don't have any of my own.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I only have half of a brain cell that actually connects to anything. And that's why I'm so stupid.
No, my friend, you ain't stupid. You're just a little bit judgmentally challenged.
Judgmentally challenged.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that a euphemism for a euphemism?
No, sir. Nah, I saw one of two ways I was going to go. Either one, you were going to seize in your chair, or two, you're going to hit me.
Well, I did neither. I just kind of jumped up and screamed.
Ah, I see. Also, for all you folks out there that are hanging on to the edge of your seat waiting, as soon as yours truly acquires the funds to build a decent enough computer that can actually run Minecraft at 10 frames a second at least, we Randy and I will be streaming. At least I'd like to.
Yes. And see, the thing is that this computer actually probably didn't do it that well, but I'll still give her.
Yes, I understand. We do one preliminary stream with the with this laptop, and then the other with the desktop, the unnamed desktop. I'll have to think of a name.
See, what we'll do is we'll have what it'll be is like, you know how in what is it, certain games where they'll do split screen co-op,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll have like the screens kind of like
Yeah. Oh wait.
Top left, bottom right, whatever.
Bring a conversation full circle. You mentioned building a $300 desktop, and if you wanted to name it, you could just call it "Dirty Desktop Done Dirt Cheap."
No, it does my dirty deeds dirt cheap.
Oh man, that'd be
It's
wonderful.
gross. So many nasty things. We should really be monitoring audio.
Yeah, we really should.
Oh, there it is. It peaked.
Okay, the thing is we can handle peak. Peak, I can go back through, even though I kind of don't want to. I can go back through and fix. But however,
What you do is you add 50 decibels of gain.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Quiet.
It's actually like, oh wait, you remember those headphones that you had that like you could turn up the bass and they would just shake?
Oh,
They
that
would
wasn't like
seize?
really bass. It was
I know, but it was still funny.
Yeah, because there's a song called Three Paloski, and it's hard bass, right? So it goes and it goes and it also uses the hard bass for the higher notes. And so it was really funny because you turned it all the way up and you hit play and suddenly
Oh.
the haptic feedback of the bass made it unlegible.
Unlegible. Illegible.
Well, same difference.
Well, I mean, only one of them is more grammatically correct than the other one. Stay in school, kids.
All right, Nazi.
Wait, no, please don't. I have a family.
Taste my Luger.
I have a family. And 3 credit cards.
Yeah, well, I'm going to need those credit cards because I need the 16 digits on the front and the 3 funny digits on the back.
Not
And
to
the
mention-
expiration date.
If you all want to save Aaron from certain peril, we are going. The hostage taker Randy is going to need 16 numbers on the front of your parents' credit card.
The expiration date directly under it, their name, and the 3 funny digits on the back.
Remember, you have to act quickly,
Or else Aaron dies.
And Randy has to do the next podcast by himself.
No, I just bury the body and delete the channel.
You just weaken it, Bernie's my corpse.
No, not even.
Oh.
They're like, where did Aaron go?
No, you're good.
And they're just like, Aaron, are you cooped up in the bathroom eating it again?
Shut up.
Well, that reaction tells me that you actually do.
No.
That's not lordly activity.
How does that reaction tell you that
You're
I
like,
do?
shut up.
Shut up, Dad.
Shut up, Dad.
I do not. What, have you been hiding in the closet in the restroom? Watching me?
We all tenderize the meat. It's okay. You don't have to hide it. The Lord can see already.
I'd like to move on to the next conversation. I don't think we need to stay on this one.
Well, sometimes you just gotta talk about it with a friend.
But not when we're recording it and posting this on YouTube.
Well, see, the thing is, this entire podcast is based upon us talking about it with a friend.
I see.
Specifically, our best. Great, your fucking shirt. It's Star Platinum, except he's in the screaming pose.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. I think it'd be great for you and I to have like a studio all to ourselves, just specifically so we could yell as much
That's
as
red?
we wanted to.
Sorry, I'm colorblind.
Oh. But yeah, it would be great to have a spell break. No, it'd be great to have our own studio because then we could scream and yell as much as we cared to.
Well, spell break here. You can go ahead and just record where the mouse is hovering.
Yeah.
But it's fun, but it's a battle royale.
I see.
It aims to stay a battle royale, which is kind of pushing me away because I'm really, really bad at it, and I kind of want to respawn.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is I don't think that a battle royale as a game system is inherently the worst. It's just not necessarily like my preferred method.
It's not friendly to people who aren't very good at staying alive.
Or at the very least,
I'll
you
put
don't
it
have
that
the perseverance to continually jump at it again and again, I'd say.
But it's just ends up stop being fun after like the 5th death and the loading screens.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you have an SSD.
Yeah, I run into that like issue with some like games that are like I don't know how to word it other than like severe puzzle games to where like there's like a definitive skill gap that if you are not inclined to puzzles and don't at least have some mental fortitude to constantly like slam your head against the puzzle and try like every possible outcome without aid, then like I don't know, those type of games push me away. It's like Yume Nikki. That's one that kind of pushes me away a bit because I want to try it, but I have no direction really.
Just how it is, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Crap, I forgot what Yume means in Japanese.
Dream.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dream Nikki.
Yeah, well, no. I believe it means dream diary. Yume Nikki means dream diary, I think. Because essentially the game is, the only thing it tells you is, go over here to your bed, walk over, hit this button and slip. And
yes,
then
you slip into unconsciousness.
but the meat of the game happens in the like unconscious realm, the dream as it were, the funny dream, man, as it were. And you can just kind of do whatever the heck you want, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's like, yeah, there's stuff to do, but I don't know where or how to access the content.
Yes.
It lacks direction, and that's an issue.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of indie games kind of fall under.
But then again, it's really
But-
beloved,
Mhm.
and like I can't help but wonder if I'm like more of the issue here for my lack of perseverance.
Well, yeah, it's like any other community. Yeah, size doesn't really matter when you have enough people screaming about it online.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Because remember, all press is good press.
Yes, we're just endorsing the Paul brothers now, I guess.
No, we're endorsing every big thing that ends up doing bad things for attention.
Essentially, yes.
Like Joe Biden.
Oh no, we don't need to start on that.
Yeah, like what he said on the Breakfast Club was not condoned by any human being.
Mm.
He, just look it up for yourself. It's more disgusting if you see it rather than we just spoon feed it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's no real context for what he says.
Yeah.
It's he just says it.
Well,
He tries capitalizing on it.
essentially, everything that he says is kind of out of left field. I think that even he doesn't quite know what he's saying.
No, he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know which planet he's on.
He walks up to the podium, leans real close to the mic. You can hear him breathing, and he says, "Who am I? Am I Wyoming?" And then he disappears, and we have no candidate for the race.
No, and then Bernie wins by default.
He just does. The universe specifically rewrites it to where it's fixed.
Yep. Although, honestly, I don't like communism, man. So it's not really fixed. And he'd win because enough people are going to be like, free things, cool.
Oh yeah, it's a buzzword. People hear free and they don't think that. I mean, I was lucky to be taught that at a very young age. Nothing is free, son. Nothing is free. And I don't know. I hear free and I begin to think, okay, what are you selling me?
Where are you getting the money from?
Yeah, who is not getting the free this time around?
Who suffers for my pleasure?
Yeah, people are, and then our viewers are just like, all right, then they don't like free, we leave. Then
Yes.
again, guess what you're getting this podcast for?
Free.
FREE. That spells free.
CreditReport.com, baby.
Saw their ads on my TV. Thought about going, but was too lazy.
Now instead of rolling, flying, looking, flying, rolling fat, I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I ruined it.
No, you're good.
Uh,
It's okay. It's perfectly
Wait,
fine and
hold on.
acceptable not to know the creditreport.com jingle. I only know that just because I'm kind of a wacky dude
yeah.
who knows things.
Convertible or an SUV?
No. Oh wait, I was shopping for a new car. Which one's me? A cool convertible or an SUV?
But
Too
then
bad I didn't know my credit was whack because now I'm driving off the lot with a used subcompact. FREE. That spells free. Creditreport.com, baby.
Those ads are great.
I miss when ads had dedication to them, and it wasn't just
I wish it
dubstep.
wasn't like, please look at this.
It's like, listen, we know why you're here. You know why we're here. Let's cut out the middleman and just buy, okay?
Just spend your money. Don't even think about why you're spending it. Don't even think about where you're spending it. Just give us your money.
Just get 16. Remember, 16 numbers on the front, expiration date, 3 numbers on the back. That's all you need to know. All we need to know, and
then we'll give you things. Yeah, the price doesn't matter because your credit company will take care of that for you. You'll be sorry later, but don't worry. It doesn't matter. Just buy. Just spend the money.
Although
it's basically like the Tom's Hardware article on the RTX.
Yeah. Essentially, I just love how that phase of music of really putting a lot of dedication and making commercials all about like a catchy jingle or whatever. It went from like infomercials, then like catchy jingle where they're like, well, it's not quite working. Let's try putting a little bit more dedication and effort into them. And then they were like, okay, we're tired of doing effort. It's it's I guess it ain't doing it for us.
Let's just hypnotize them.
Yes, this is my friend Josem. Josem. He's going to be hypnotizing the audience. Noira, the reviews are in. I don't care. The reviews can be until the sun comes back up, but I still won't care.
What reviews are in?
I don't know. Yes, the meme reviews. Show me your memes, Randy.
That's the meme.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
cack or cringe?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's making me cringe. It's making me cringe. So the homestead is just like, what are they doing? Oh, great, those boys are at it again.
Well, it's
It's just a byproduct of the podcast.
the next step is to yell out big titties, fat ass.
I'm almost dying over
Sorry, Aaron, I didn't mean to choke you like that. He nearly
yes.
swallowed water from laughing. Now make it louder. It's picking up even worse because it didn't register as a voice.
Now that's a shame. I'm just going to count on the fact that it was just in there. Gulp, gulp,
Yeah, it
gulp,
registered
gulp,
better from
gulp,
back here.
gulp, 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 gulp. Smack. Ah.
Sigh of relief.
I would love it if one day someone made like a voice synthesizer for you and I that just essentially just kind of they made their own podcast by just like piecing together just random sentences. That would actually be funny.
It'd be funny if we said every single word in the English alphabet.
Honestly,
English language.
well, I mean, if we said the whole alphabet and all the way that the letters are pronounced, they could conceivably make us say anything they wanted. But we're not going to do that because then again, that could get us into trouble.
How so?
They could. I mean, if someone was like dedicated enough and really had it in for us, like PewDiePie, once we steal his videos, what you call it, he could conceivably edit together or get someone to edit together our like the alphabet essentially and compose words and make it sound like we said something. Listen, I saw a movie on it once. It could work.
Yeah, but it'd be obviously edited.
Oh,
It'd be really hard to make it sound real.
Yeah.
That'd be like months of processing, and at that point, is it really worth it?
I don't know.
Especially PewDiePie, he's not too petty.
Yeah. But apparently the internet kind of went a bit wild because apparently he's ripped.
Hold on, let me just pull up the special button. Nut.
Oh. Oh wait, I was gonna look up and see. I think that I saw somewhere that Stone Ocean was confirmed. Stone.
You hit K. Good job.
We're just gonna watch anime. Okay.
Now we're gonna read manga. Confirmed.
Confirmed. Okay.
Oh, it's just clickbait.
Or I mean, this might
20 hours ago.
20 hours ago. Well, this is the same. This is the one that I saw. I'm trying to scroll, but yeah. The only issue is that I think that it just might be nonsense because there's no like actual things. Because it just says that, oh yeah, they recently announced the renewal of the series for another season. And then it says, oh yeah, let's break down what we have, and it's like speculation. So,
Yeah, it doesn't actually say anything about student. There's no source. Yeah, it's clickbait.
What's the author?
It's clickbait. Nab Manchand. Obviously, he's
This
he's
makes
a sham. He's an Indian. He, he is going to ask us why computer has virus.
Oh no!
Hello, your computer has virus.
Oh no!
Nothing. Yeah, I sometimes forget that I'm not in the safety of my shed.
Well, I mean, we could be in the safety of your shed.
Scream at each other at the top of our lungs for an hour straight. That's the podcast.
Yeah, essentially. But there's 30 minutes of just kind of chill and just kind of quietly, just kind of discussing things.
And then, and then I say, "Hey, Aaron,
Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why can't you just be normal? That would be a funny podcast. The title would have to be Great, Now My Ears Are Broken. Or just Volume Warning.
episode 6, volume."
Even better, wait for it. Because there would be 30 minutes of just kind of chill.
Wait a sec. Didn't you name episode 3? Wait for it.
No, I named episode 3, Watch This.
Oh, okay. Watch this.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't, frankly, come up with a better title.
I'm not even sure what you named it that for. Because
There was something in it.
I had the conversation with you, but I don't remember about half of it.
Yeah, you see, that's the issue I run into, but it's also why I laugh. Why I kind of tend to enjoy editing.
Yeah, it's like a Rocky said. Whenever he reads the first few parts that he did, it's like he's a fan of his own work.
Okay, so this is someone I'm following someone on Twitter. 100,009 emails. You mass delete at that point. You can't get through that.
You delete the app. No, like you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot.
Yeah, it's just like it's not going to happen.
It's called it's called a iOS email doesn't filter spam. I'm kidding. That's probably not it. Or the spam's getting through the filter.
Want to know something I remembered that we could potentially talk about?
What?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun. I want to go ahead and pillage as a Viking. That sounds fun. But then you do it as an assassin? I don't quite understand how that connects.
A bit of a nugget of information. I found out from a YouTuber who's really into Assassin's Creed. His name escapes me, and I'm sorry for that. And if I remember it by the time that this video comes out, it'll be
Paste it in.
Yeah, I'll toss something in. But whatchamacallit? The writer from Black Flag is returning, and essentially it's going to be like sort of like Black Flag in the sense of how he's affiliated with the assassins. Like he comes to find them on his journey.
I see.
I don't know how I feel about
So he becomes an assassin.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about the settlements.
So it basically you're playing the
Nordic.
No, I'm forgetting what the name of the hero is in For Honor that has 2 hand axes and he's the assassin type.
Oh, I can't remember it right now. Dang it.
Oh.
Stare angrily into one another's eyes. Sorry, I should have put my head down. My eyes get completely blocked and menacing symbols appear.
Go go go.
Go, 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 go.
Jojo.
Well done.
Go Jojo.
I like how more and more of this, as you worded in the last one, this podcast is sort of like coming to move more towards song. Although you said JoJo was moving more towards song. But yeah, this podcast is kind of doing the same thing, at least on your side of things. I don't know. But on Valhalla, I'm interested to see more about it, but I don't know if I quite trust it yet.
Yeah, Ryder from Black Flag came, so you don't know.
Well, the story can be sound, but I don't like what they've done with the gameplay. I just liked the earlier gameplay in the sense that it was simpler. And
And I think that's like the nature of being an assassin in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be simple. You drop in on the enemies and use them to break or fall while you break their necks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have 2 hidden blades now? You put your arms out.
Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. I just.
I liked how automatic it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was more you click the button and the thing happens rather than you click this button to make this thing happen.
Well, essentially, like the only thing that you had tutorials for was mostly just like parkour because that took a bit of getting used to. But
Yes.
the combat, it's like, listen, you're not necessarily here because you want a fighting game. You're here because you want to kill some people, and how you kill people is where the meat of the experience is, the primary gameplay loop, and they've lost their way with that, hands down.
Yeah. I even what is it? What is it? Rogue, which was basically the last game for the 360 or PS3, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
That was the pinnacle because they switched it. They switched the controls around a little more so your fingers could reach them a little better, and they kept the original premise, and they were easy to get used to, even though they were different.
Well, also the story was just really good, and it was different.
Yeah, that was different too.
Mm-hmm.
But a good difference, something that you can't get used to because you're not supposed to. Holy shit! An assassin betrays.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Playing as the bad guy for once, but I just Shay Cormac's like his voice is great, but also his story is just really interesting to watch unfold, and you feel for the guy.
Uh-huh. He basically like his morals are betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he leaves.
Well, his trust more than anything.
I think it's more his morals.
Mm.
Because these are his comrades. He thinks we're fighting for good, and then they just do some really fucking things.
Yeah.
They cause earthquakes.
Yeah, they goof the world, but I don't know. The main gripe is just it was so dang short, and I feel like it got like so many things right. Like, of course, combat, the parkour was pretty solid,
and the world wasn't so big that travel was tedious.
But speaking of travel, like I feel like as far as like on the water experiences or like ships,
it doesn't get better than that. It does not.
I mean, Black Flag was pretty good, but it was you could still tell that there was a bit of awkwardness having fully like I guess you could say fully like dipped their feet tossed their legs into the water at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Transitional awkwardness from primarily land to primarily sea, but Rogue had a good balance.
Because you had problems getting your cannons on the enemy. Just aim your buckle guns.
Mm-hmm. And I think that that's a good summative of Rogue is that it has good balance.
Yes, it was perfect.
Yeah.
You can't get much better than it, even if the graphics only aged sort of well.
Yeah. When was
Although they aged really, really well, but it's kind of only sort of because lighting kills it.
Well, I'd argue that that you can tell. I'd say that it's kind of worse in some aspects because you can tell that the studio was divided between Unity and Rogue, and you can tell that Rogue got the shaft in that instance because you can just tell that like the people working on it had passion, but it just didn't.
They didn't have money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They were way too focused on Unity, and I just feel like I feel like Rogue deserved its own time to be worked on.
And they shouldn't have released together.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the thing that's a shame is Unity came out a buggy mess. And
even with all the focus.
Well, I mean, if you look it up, like that was a huge gripe is textures weren't loading because they pushed their graphical engine to its limit. But I mean, nowadays they've mostly, I think, worked out the bugs, and they went really ambitious with Unity.
Yeah, although you kind of can't have bugs like that on launch. It should be little things like extra ammo or you lose a bullet or something like that. Not you literally can't see it.
Yeah, well, no, it was like a type. That'd be beautiful.
Just hit Y and hit enter. Never mind.
A-C Unity.
Requirements.
Oh, wait, hold on. I meant to click bugs. Bikes. It's essentially though, it was really it was a shame. Like, look at this. Look at that. Not even taking it like a champ.
It's nasty.
Essentially, that was like the issue. Is they pushed it, but I mean, it's still a beautiful game, and still I think like one of, if not the best
Okay,
environments.
so I've seen this glitch before, but it's only flashed. The fact that they were able to get a screenshot.
I
That's
think that
nasty.
they must have been recording and got like a frame by frame.
Yeah.
That's Game Informer. I'd imagine they just took their time. It's like, all right, we'll get to it when we get to it.
His mouth.
Smacking his lips.
No, it's like in South Park when Michael Jackson commits suicide.
Oh,
But then they're still alive because like they're like a shred of their motor cortex is still there.
But still, it's just, I don't know. I feel like both of the games.
Patch 4. Oh,
I feel like both of the games just needed their own time and everything to
because
become
if
their
they
own
made
thing.
them one at a time, then we would have had better graphics in Rogue, and we would have had not brokenness in Unity.
And essentially, like
Two perfect games rather than two almost games.
And essentially, like it. See, the thing is I wish like even story wise, it would have been better to release them one at the time because Rogue comes before Unity. It's sort of like the spark for why Unity kind of happens. At least as far as Arno is concerned.
It's kind of interesting though that crap. Well, what was the company's name? That's the evil guys.
Abstergo.
Yeah, that Abstergo kind of used his memories to get you to join their side or die.
Hey, seems like you had a lot of fun playing the brand new Assassin's Creed game. Now listen, that wasn't a game, and if you don't join us, bro, then we're going to. You know what's going to happen.
You're going to have to bite.
I don't think I picked up that last part.
You're going to have to bite the dust.
Watch me say that, and then just straight up, it just actually did, and we're fine.
Yeah, well, whatever. I did it again.
Now you're good.
I can do this well.
Yelling at the top of our lungs, that's fun. Oh no. Alright. This has been a fun podcast.
It has. How long? 1 hour and 17 minutes. Wow! I didn't even notice time was passing. Like everything stopped for it.
Does anyone want a voice chat? Apologies, but we cannot.
Hey, no one translate that name.
No, I mean, they're not going to see this. They will never see that.
You will never reach that truth. At everyone.
Everyone is here. No, we're not. I imagine there's other people online.
I'm here in a bizarre position.
With the snap of my fingers, the flick of my. Have you seen that?
With the snap of my fingers and a flick of my dick. One zap from me will kill you quick, so get on your knees to second blow, but not right now, I've got to go! Damn, I hate when he rhymes.
Oh, I love that. Wanna what I love?
God, I hate when he rhymes.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. You wanna know a song that like is really nice but like is the epitome of bittersweet? Have you ever heard The Ballad of the Windfish?
No.
Would you like to?
That sounds important. Sure, let's just play it for everyone.
Well,
Mina. When a character in an anime is named Mina, and you're like, did she say everyone?
Oh, great! Look at this guy. He's funny.
Yes. We don't care if you dox him. So his name's
no. We do care. I'm cutting that out.
no. He's
I don't
really
know why
really stupid, but he's a friend.
He just knows. I guess YouTube just knew what we wanted. What was I going to look up? Oh yeah, Ballad of the Windfish. Oh wait, no. The
Windfish. Zawardo.
Fifth. Okay. Escape. I'm sorry.
Fist.
Fist of the North Star. I'm trying to find. It's specifically the ending sequence.
Plus secret ending.
It's fine. And now we wait.
Cheap versus
Oh yeah, by the way, if y'all don't want to see the ending of Link's Awakening, the remaster, you should click away before the video loads, but I assume you have a bit of time.
Yes,
Hold on, let me see if I-
we're currently stuck on Alabama internet.
Okay, this is the one I was listening to earlier. Wait,
Full
no.
extended.
No, it's the lyrics version. That's the issue. I don't want to listen to the lyrics version. That's not that wouldn't be cash money.
Cash money.
Okay, here, we're just gonna look up the Windfish ending version. Let's see what it is.
It doesn't even load.
Look at that. Lud.
Lomd. Ballad
Okay.
of the Windfish on Nintendo Switch.
So yeah, again, if you don't want to see the ending, don't watch this. Skip ahead at least a minute. Use your stand, King Crimson, to skip forward through time and erase it.
King of Crimson!
Okay, now we're going...
No, we're kidding. Emperor Crimson, because we get really heavily hit. Because, we turn off ads on our videos, but YouTube would be like, ammed.
Essentially. Okay, let's just fill in the awkward side. Okay. This isn't quite the part that I want you to listen to. I forgot to ask if you want to see, if you're okay seeing the end.
I'm okay.
Okay.
So...
The ending is very bittersweet. Roaring Rapids.
Rapids Dance!
Oh.
Or Dancing Rapids. It's a Demon Slayer reference.
I'll turn it down just a little bit.
What the hell? It's like chibi gameplay, but then we have this.
I personally really love the art style for the remake.
Dinner. That's what this reminds me of.
Essentially.
Dinner.
But listen, just to...
Because of the frequency,
This part, I love.
the mic's probably picking up the speakers.
And essentially that's it. That's just the part that I absolutely love to bits. I love that. I love the whole ballad of the Windfish, but especially that part. And I can't find it as just that anywhere. Dang. Almost an hour and 30 minutes, huh?
Yep. We usually go a little longer, so it edits down to it.
Mm-hmm. But I'll have less than... Well, the thing is as we do the podcast, we kind of become a bit more... Put your mask on, okay.
Yep,
we become a bit more professional, and I have to edit less and less. My job becomes easier.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
I don't think we'll ever actually get the podcast down to the point to where we don't just laugh for like 30 minutes in total.
Well, I mean, it's good to laugh, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cries. None of it's real.
Why did she leave me, dog?
She just wasn't meant for you, dog.
I don't understand, dog.
She just wasn't meant for you, dog. Like, she wasn't the one.
Dog, what does that mean?
Means you need to keep looking. We're in the sea, my brother, and everyone's a fish.
Am I a fish dog?
You're my fish dog. Oh no, what was that?
I don't
What did I say? What did I do?
I said I'm Wyoming.
Damn it.
And that
I know I've been talking to a stick this whole
the
time.
podcast just cuts off at just I'm Wyoming. That's
We
great.
should make that a bit just for this one.
Just credits roll just a little bit, and then back at it again. Like, no, we're not. There's still 10 minutes. We still have 10 minutes, and then
Well, I'd love to continue, guys, but we're out of spirit power. Well, we didn't want to tell you like this, but we are actually Wyoming.
so apparently, Biden picked his vice president,
It was
Klobuchar. Yeah, that
mm,
Veep.
yeah. Veep. Veep. Klobuchar. You know, forgot who she was. I
Yeah,
had to think for a sec. Like, you literally have to like make a name for yourself, otherwise it's all murder.
yeah, essentially. But still, overall, I liked this podcast, and I think that well,
Yeah, don't worry. By the way, we're not quite Wyoming. At least I think.
we should have just called ourselves Wyoming. Hello, Wyoming. Are you enjoying the Tangents podcast?
Yes, I am. How about you, Wyoming? Are you enjoying your time watching the Tangents podcast? Edit that in. This random laughing can't go unnoticed.
Okay, I'll save it and I'll put it in the podcast. I just don't know how to.
Just one frame. Just one frame. Just flash it.
Oh no. Oh no. That's funny but bad.
That's literally cringe.
I'm okay, my dude. Oh no.
My monster nubs.
Oh no. That's everything. That's the only thing I say whenever we see like funny is, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Literally something that old Joseph Joestar says in the Japanese version.
Well, I'm going to be
Go
frank.
ahead, Mr. Joseph.
I'm going to be frank. I don't have anything else to say. I'm sorry. That's very cringy to me, I'm aware, but I'm sorry.
Well, you posted cringe.
Okay, that's it. Okay, we end.